Oh no, Garrett seems to have disappeared. The nastiness of that awful Katie, and her terrible, terrible threats that he's not the real Texan. Garrett is gone. There was only Smeagol.
Now, Smeagol, you shouldn't be doing this sort of thing. You've got to let Garrett come back. He has to do a video.
But Garrett is gone. There is only Smeagol, the real Texan.
Now, Gollum, that isn't very nice of you.
But Carol, that nasty, nasty, nasty Stash Queens has threatened.
Now, Gollum, you let Garrett go so he can come back to all of us. Maybe you out there. Clap. Clap if you believe that Garrett is the real Texan and he can come back. You can save him from Gollum.
No clapping. No.
Hi, everybody. I'm back. And hopefully, that settles the argument. If not, there is more to come. But hopefully that settles it. Ha! Got Gollum, Smeagol, and Carol Channing defending me. Top that, Stash Queen. Top that. Alright, so, hi, how is everybody? It's Sunday. And normally I don't update on Sundays. However, there has been a life change, of the positive kind, that's going to necessitate that I most likely film on weekends now. So, I am, after all that, taking a page a little bit out of Stash Queen and doing Sunday updates instead. You may also notice that the lighting's better because I got daylight bulbs for my overhead light. But I have taken a new job. And I'll start on the 20th, so I'll work that Thursday and Friday, and then start my normal Monday through Friday after that. And it'll be a Monday through Friday job, working 7:30 to 4. It's at a bank, so it's a real job. It's an adult job. I'm a real adult now. So I'm gonna stay on at a different Starbucks, about every other Saturday or so, just to get a little extra money and throw some more money at my student loans. But by and large, I'm out of the retail game. So, yeah. So I'm gonna start doing my videos on Sunday, because I will still have weekends off, and Sunday morning is a really good time for me to film, because I have the house to myself. So I don't have to worry about Dad's peeing or Mom deciding to walk back because she wants a piece of candy and can't seem to understand that this means please don't interrupt. There's that. I don't really have a whole lot to show, and I just realized I left part of it in the other room. So, hang on 1 second, because I don't want to have to do the voice thing again. Okay, I am back. Bloop. Okay. So the only things of any real note to show, I got my much belated, not because of Liz, but because my mail service sucks, I got my June, literally I got it in August, I got my June Floss of the Month from Dragonfly Lotus. Katie got hers before we both went on vacation, so it was definitely the post office. But there are, and I've changed mine a little bit. I went down to the petite, because I'm doing so much more with higher counts that I needed the petite to be able to use it. But this month seems to have been black-based. So I got Vampire and Moonless Night in my wools. So Moonless Night is the black one, the dark one, and Vamp is the grayer one. So yay for those. And her stuff is always so fabulous. I will definitely find uses for it. And then in the flosses, and this one's a pink and gray and magenta and color. It's called Hard Rock. And then this one, which I have a definite purpose for, I feel fairly certain. It's called Scholarly Text. And it's like a blue-black, sort of like ink from like old illuminated manuscripts. And this is not showing it well. It's really blue if I do that, and then it's blacker if I do it against. But it's a really soft blue into black. It's gorgeous. So there's those. And then I got the next, because I'm just slowly but surely buying everything that Brooke puts into Etsy. I got the next grouping of Brooke's book stuff, which, by the way, her Santa of Oz, I think that's what she's calling it. Maybe it's Wizarding Santa. She hasn't, it's not in her Etsy shop yet. It goes there tomorrow. But her Oz Santa, I want it, and I want it right now, and I want to be stitching on nothing but that, and be done. I have, it's going to be mine, and I may abandon all other plans for the year until I have it done. Because it's that fabulous, and I need it in time for this Christmas to be on my tree. Because it's gorgeous, and awesome, and stuff and things. So this one was her Angel set, so I got Hope, Joy, Love, Peace, who reminds me a lot of my picture for Elizabeth Bennet in Pride and Prejudice. So those are the spirit angels. Then we get to the little Dickens, so the Spirit of Christmas Future, the Spirit of Christmas Past, and the Spirit of Christmas Present, who I like much better than the weird fat dude. It's funny. I love A Christmas Carol. It's probably one of the few Dickens stories I really do love. But I was always bothered by the ghost of Christmas Present. There was just something unnerving about him, and I think it's because he was a really big fat dude in the middle of this tiny, tiny room with lots and lots of food, and I think it was the size disproportion that bothered me. Not because he was fat, but because he was just so large, and Present shouldn't be that intimidating. Now, Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, had no problem with that. Shroudy death guy, no problem. Large guy eating food freaked me out. I was a weird child. Alright, then these are the Sweet Treat Angels. There's Gretel, the Gingerbread Angel. There is Peg, the Plum Pudding Angel. And my personal favorite, partially because she looks a little bit like Bernadette Peters, Pinky the Peppermint Angel. And then there are some larger ones. Well, there's one that's not an angel. It's the Stitch a Little Crystal Critter ornaments. And there's a penguin, and a mitten, and a snowman, and a polar bear, and an elf, and a snowflake. And then these are the Spirit of angels. So there's Spirit of the Bride, the Angel of Cross Stitch, the Spirit of the Sugar Plum Fairy, which I absolutely love, and finally the Spirit of America, which a lot of people have been doing as of late. So I think it's probably one of Brooke's more popular designs. So there we go. So basically all that's left for me to buy, I think, of the Brooks things. I don't have the bride tree. I don't have... There's one other packet that's like this, but it's not the angels. It's something different. But there's that. And then her Alice designs. And then I basically think I've got all of Brooke's designs. So, so there's that. Okay, progress-wise, yeah, I guess progress is the next thing. Progress-wise, the only thing I worked on this week was Screamhouse. I'm still a little bit on San Diego time, and I'm exhausted. So it was very, very, very slow going. I finished up last night, so I'll be going back to my Chatelaine as soon as this video's over. Yay, Chatelaine! My 1 hour project, which is going to be for August ABCs, is going to be probably Blue Jeans and Daisies, but it might be something different. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't committed to that yet. We're going to see how much I get done on my Chatelaine today. I may take off this stitch along just to try and keep up on this so that I'm not too far behind Tracy, because I know she's really ready to go on to part 3, and I'm still in part 1. So we'll see. Yeah. And I will probably actually, as much as I hate saying it, I will probably not be starting Raven Queen in October like I'd wanted to, largely because the way pay periods are going to break down. I'm not really going to have a paycheck from about the 27th to the 15th, so I'm having to spend as much as I can here to pay this month's bills, so that hopefully next month when I get that first paycheck, I'll be able to throw everything at my bills, and then maybe by the start of October things can be normal. So I may end up not working on Raven Queen after all, which makes me really sad. But life is more important. Bills are more important than stash, unfortunately. So anyhow, so I worked on Screamhouse. I got the next wall done. So I'll show you that wall in close-up, and then I'll read its little thing, and then I'll let you see the 2 walls I've got finished sort of together. So there it is. Again, I left off the beads. Please note that the mummy bandages are coming apart in places, and his exposed fingers are a nice icky green. Ta-da! He is striking a pose beneath the cobweb curtains and checking to make sure that the decorations are all in place out on the fence. The jack-o'-lantern in the upstairs window is wearing his coolest purple mask and pointing to the mummy to make sure everyone sees him. The decorating ghosts have already hung star garlands on this side of the house, and then on the roof is going to be a crow. So there you go. The mummy, the one complaint I have is the bandages for the mummy are super, super faint. I ended up doing a double strand. I know Brian whip-stitched. I did a double strand, and then I just freehanded my bandages. So, I really love that the pumpkin's glasses. It's like Dame Edna the pumpkin. So there's that, and then here it is. Here are the 2 walls I've got done. So next month I'm going to do Probably the next wall, which I believe is going to be the skeleton window, but I don't know where my stitch guide is, so I can't tell. It's either the skeleton window or the spooky tree, or the spooky tree. So yeah. So Scream House is coming along. So it's, for those that haven't seen before, or those that don't know or have forgotten, you do one wall panel a month or 2 roof pieces a month. And yeah, so that's that. So yeah, I think that's kind of everything. How's everybody else doing? Awesome. Awesome, that's good to hear. I am behind on FlossTube. I will eventually get caught up. These things do happen. The vacation kind of confused everything for me. So, this is kind of a short video. Not really a lot to talk about or show. So, yeah. So after, I guess the story goes back to the Brooks Books things, but, and to go along with Jessie Marie, which I would like to also point out that my comment last week was not about Jessie Marie. I had not seen her video yet. I understand her reasonings with Stitchy Box. There was a particular person who was made a very, very nasty comment on Facebook about it. Not about what I said or what Jessie Marie said, but about Stitchy Box. So that's who I was addressing when I was talking about naysayers. So, Jessie Marie, in case you didn't see my message on Facebook, definitely was not about you. I promise. You know, as she threw down the gauntlet for me to start designing, so the next thing I do, stash purchasing-wise, is going to be to buy the materials for what I've got going. I had a really big idea, but I think before I go for an idea as big as that is, I need to work on a smaller scale first. So I've got it basically roughed out. I need to figure out layout a little bit. And then we're going to go from there. So, yeah. Yeah. So, and I did some talking to Brooke Nolan about the designing, and she was very, very, very positive, gave me some great feedback. So, we're getting close. So, stay tuned. I don't know how soon it'll be ready. Please do not go, oh my god, you promised, when is it coming? Because I don't know. I don't have a time frame. For one thing, I have to buy materials. You know, for another thing, the colors that I've picked in the program may not actually work on paper together, because, as we know, computer screens are not the most accurate. So there's still steps to the process coming, but we're to the material gathering stage, just about. So, anyhow, pardon my yawn. That's about it. I hope everyone's doing well, and I will talk to y'all soon.